Yeah, hello everyone. This is Ashutosh Dwivedi here, and today I think I'm here with Josh Mohan sir. So today we are going to discuss a wonderful topic that is childhood memories, which is really interesting to talk about. And so, Josh Mohan sir, how are you feeling, and what do you think about this topic today? Is it
Okay,
beneficial to
this is
talk?
a this is a different topic. Usually we speak about English and we usually we talk about some other hi-fi subjects. So this subject is very simple and I hope this will be very interesting also. You can ask some questions about my childhood memories.
Yeah, for sure. So I would love to ask few questions to you about your childhood. So the first question I will ask to you that is, where did you spend your childhood? So if I will ask about the place, so where did you spend your childhood?
Okay, before telling that, I wish to tell you that my age at present, my age is not 65. I have attained 66.
Okay.
66 old person is talking to you, and now I am going to explain many things about my past memories that happened 66 years old. Okay, during my childhood, I was living in Kochi. Kochi is the largest city in Kerala. Okay. And one more thing I wish to tell you now it is a city and it is a metropolitan city also. During my childhood, that means before 66 years, it was not at all a city. It was just like a village. We have felt like living in a village, Pakka village. That was my memory about my place. Okay, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll ask another question to you that it used to be a village, as you told me that when you have born, then it was a village, but now it is a city. So what kind
Yeah.
of differences do you feel now? I think which kind of differences have you got, and the environment I think which was 65 or 60 years ago, is it I think there right now in city?
So the main difference that we can see is this area is filled with buildings. During my childhood, there were vacant lands, and if we want to see one house after one house, we have to walk for a long time. And there were no street lights. During night, it was very difficult to travel. But nowadays, this whole place is filled with buildings and multi-storied skyscrapers, and this all the roads are developed, and it is all the whole time these roads are filled with floodlit. So this is the main difference: roads and buildings.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's interesting. Now you can see that it doesn't feel that if you will go out at night also, I think you will feel like a day in city, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be dark, I think, when I think 60 years
Mm.
ago when we were going out at evenings, even though at nights.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty interesting to know. So now I'm moving towards another question that is, what did you most like to do in your childhood?
Okay, during my childhood, those days there were no TV, internet, smartphone, or anything. So just playing was the interesting thing. Playing means we have to play with our siblings, our relatives, and our neighbors. So children will gather on some vacant land and they will conduct different kinds of games. Old type games were there. We used to play games. And the school time was very less and it was not strict also. And even if we go to school, majority of the time we will play on the ground only. The studying time was very, very less. That is the difference between this time and that time.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was fantastic childhood. Nowadays, I
Yeah.
think the I think kids who are 3 or 4 years old, they are attending the school of 5 to 6 or 7 to 8 hours. So it's
Yeah.
typical. But it used
Mm.
to be really fantastic for you, I think 60 years ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So now I'm moving towards the another question that where were you born?
Well, I was born in Kochi.
Mhm.
Kochi, on those days, the name of Kochi was Ernakulam. Ernakulam
Mhm.
was the old name. Now they have changed it into the new name called Kochi.
Yes,
Okay.
okay. So now I'm moving towards the final question of this conversation. That is, do you have any memory or just childhood memory which was really funny and fantastic for you and that you remember till now? So can you share?
Okay. Okay. There are several memories, funny and sad, and different varieties of memories are there. But you are asking about a funny incident, I will tell. When I was studying in first standard,
Mhm.
one day this barber came to my home. On those days, there were no hair cutting saloons or beauty parlors or barber shops or anything. Usually, barber will come to the homes and they will do hair cutting sitting on the ground. And my parents will give a stool, and we have to sit on that stool. And this barber will cover our body with a cloth, and he will cut our hair. And there were no mirror or any facilities were not there. And this this hair cutting style was also decided by our parents only. We had no freedom to tell about our hair cutting style. Nowadays, different styles are there. Children are selecting their style. So, what happened one day, this barber cut my hair completely. So, after finishing my haircut, I entered into the home and I looked into the mirror. Then I I cried because my face has changed just like a monkey because of this haircut. Then I cried. And after some time, my mother asked me to go to the school. Then I said, I am not going to the school today because other children will call me as monkey because you have cut my hair completely. So I cried, but my mother compelled me to go to school. Then I said, I am not going to the school. Then what she did, usually on those days, their method of punishing is very rare, very funny. They usually cut a stick from a tree and they will beat us. My mother she had beaten me a lot with a stick. And even after getting that beat, I denied to go to school. Finally, I went to the school crying only. So I cried for the whole day because of this haircut. And I said, I have become a monkey. So, for several years, my parents and my siblings were mocking at me, calling me as a monkey. So, this is a funny incident that I remember. Okay.
That's really fantastic hearing you about this really funny incident of your life, and it happens
Mm,
even though we can't decide things. I think, and we want that. So I think I
mm.
can relate to my childhood as well. So it is really fantastic, and thanks for all of your answers. So if you want, you can
Mhm.
also ask. I think if you do have any question for me.
Okay, have you faced these kinds of situations in your childhood? Okay.
For me, actually, I think if I'll talk about my childhood, so it has been almost, I think, 20 years back. So I
Mm,
born in Uttar Pradesh. So we also had some similar things, and it was quite fantastic. I also lived my childhood in a village, so I was totally
mm,
surrounded with a good environment and the good things. So I enjoyed a lot, similar like you. Thanks.
mhm. Okay, Ashutosh, I wish to ask you a different question.
Mhm.
Today, you are asking my childhood memories. So you are an English trainer and you are making different videos about English subject and you are uploading these videos in YouTube. Why you have selected this subject, childhood memories? Why you have not selected some other subjects which is related to English language?
Yes, of course. If I'll talk about this question, so answer must be that I think I can say that childhood memories, it's an interesting topic. So when we are talking about it in this language, like English, we are living that language. We are feeling that language. We are trying to share all of feelings, what we have enjoyed, I think, few and a lot more years back. So whenever we are just sharing a language, because this is a language and we must live it, it is not, I think it doesn't make a sense to talk about all the time the serious topics and how we can improve. And so if we will choose this kind of interesting topics, we can't feel that we are talking in English and we can enjoy learning this language. So if we will enjoy this learning, then for sure we will be able to learn better. That's why I have chosen this topic for today's session.
Okay, okay, very good.